A major update for a Fairytale.
Halloween at Efteling.
A new Aquanura show.
There is so much to discuss in this month's news update. Hi, my name is Joost.
I'm Jolanda from Dutch Theme Park Network.
Let's dive in. And let's start at the parking lot today, because they are working really hard.
Well, the coming 3 weeks they're not working that hard, but there is a lot done in the past few weeks.
We already mentioned that the tunnel is open and that we can walk straight up to the House of the Five Senses, and that's a major improvement of beyond the old situation.
Yeah, the tunnel is needed to park at the Grand Hotel Efteling for the new parking lot, and the parking lot gets a complete overhaul in the coming year, so there is still a lot of work that needs to be done. The coming 3 weeks is a holiday for builders here in the Netherlands.
And we can see that the parking lot, first part of the parking lot of Grand Hotel is taking form, and there's also a mode, because Efteling is really working hard to be sustainable in 2030, and they don't want to put all the rainwater directly to the sewer.
To the sewers, yes. So it can go in the ground and add to additional greenery, and it's looking good.
Absolutely. Let's walk on to the Grand Hotel, because also there they are improving really fast. We see they are almost finished with the last level before the roof, and we already can see where the first part of the roof will be.
And the decorations are
coming up. And it's really nice. I love this will blend in so well. And we already see the glass at the restaurants. And news, we already heard possible names for the restaurants, because the Grand Hotel will have 2 restaurants, one more regular and one more upscale. And the rumors are that the more regular restaurant on the ground floor will named Pure, and the more upscale restaurant on the first floor will be called 7.
And Pure is pure, so I'm guessing it will be pure ingredients or something like that. And 7, the 7 of fairy tales, I guess. The magic number.
They say it will. The food will be created with 7 magical ingredients.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't know if this is working titles, but
7 is a magical number. And maybe the most important news of the Grand Hotel is you can register now to get an email when the reservations open up. So that's interesting. We don't know when, we don't know the prices yet.
But that major news update, because the Efteling officially announced a new Aquanura show.
A 3rd symphony.
We're not sure if it will be a 3rd symphony.
We do know that 1 and 2 will disappear. And the last show is on the
1st of September.
Yes.
So only in August you can see the 1st and the 2nd symphony. And I can imagine they want to replace the 2nd one, because there's the music of Monsieur Cannibal. The attraction is not in the park anymore. But a completely new show. And one of the major updates will be that there is no fire anymore in the show.
No fire anymore, and that they're adding new light effects. Light beams.
Light beacons of light. And I don't know what to think about it, because most of the days you're not able to see Aquanura in the dark. So why beacons of light?
We'll see.
It will still be a show that is formed around the music in the park. So it will be a new symphony. I guess they will add Max and Moritz, and also some other new rides. I can imagine Sinbad.
René Merkelbach is already composing. He said on his Instagram. So
important to know, from the beginning of September there will be maintenance period, so then there is no show. From half November Aquanura is available, but not the new show.
No.
The new show will premiere half December.
Yeah, then they will reuse old special shows, like Chestonura and
Aquanura met de zachte G. Let's hope we'll be able to premiere the new show really soon in December.
We don't know the dates yet, right?
Nope, they only said December.
Yeah.
So maybe will premiere New Year's Eve?
Ooh, that's possible.
We'll be in the park then, so if so, then we'll make a complete registration and put it up.
Maybe.
But a new Aquanura show. We keep you up to date when there's more information.
Definitely.
Over to Pollen's Kitchen, because there are new seasonal pancakes.
The sweet special is a pancake with stracciatella ice cream, fresh strawberries, Oreo cookies and Oreo crumbs. And they've got a plant-based special, which is the first time they've got a plant-based special in the park, and that is vegan batter with tomato hummus, cucumber slices, soy chicken and paprika powder.
The savory specialty is the pancake with paprika, corn, chives, baked together with bacon, beef strips, cubes of celery and apple, coleslaw and a barbecue sauce. I had that one and it was a nice pancake, but it didn't hold up to the previous one, the Japanese style that was there at Spring. I really love that one, and this one is okay-ish.
And they've also got a seasonal soup, which was zucchini cucumber, and they've got the seasonal ice cream, and the ice cream is 3 scoops of vanilla ice cream, fresh strawberries and whipped cream, and that sounds really good.
For sure. This is the first time they have a plant-based and a seasonal dessert.
Yes.
So they are widening the range of seasonal products, and I think that's a good.
It's also good to test. If like the vegan really hits off, they probably will put it on the menu as.
And we see a lot of people ask for vegan options,
Yep.
so it's good that they're adding new options for people who are vegan as well.
Definitely.
Let's head over to the Fairytale Forest, Sprookjesbos. Because there we saw an update about Hansel and Gretel.
Ooh, I love that one. They're really coming along fast. It's also a video on the Instagram channel of Efteling, and we see they're actually baking the roof tiles. So that's
Because
fun.
the roof tiles are pancakes.
Yes.
But what they mainly tell, we're working really hard and we make some great progress.
And I love those little funny nudges they make. It's a good job. Really
Walking
lovely.
on to the 6 ones, because we told you that the wings will come back, and it was a prototype. There are no wings yet. There's water back, the water is back, and we heard that the 6 ones should be open when this video launches.
Oh, that is nice because it's been closed a couple of weeks now. It wasn't scheduled, so it was a malfunction, and it's good they resolved it.
And I think it's important to tell that Wolf and the 7 goats really need some attention.
I think it's next fairy tale after Hansel and Gretel, because the roof really is patchy, and it's okay for now, but it really needs to have some maintenance.
Yeah, definitely. So I think it's a safe bet to say that that will be the first fairy tale of 2025 to get some tender love and care.
Yeah.
And then a major update unannounced from one of the fairy tales.
The Indian water lilies, they have completely new lights, and that's absolutely beautiful. So completely new LED lights, unannounced. We were very pleasantly surprised, and it looks very good.
I think it's almost like it's brand new.
That's maybe stretching it a bit, but it's looking really good.
And also new is that there are crowns at the feet of the fairy tales, because in the old situation you could see the operating system.
The feet of the fairies. Not all the fairy tales, the feet of the fairies, yes. The water lilies, the fairies, are renewed and updated, which is also very beautiful. So pleasantly surprised about this one.
And that is all for the Fairy Tale Forest this month. And then over to Patreon, cause...
Welcome Uber family, welcome to our community, and we'd love to have you in our WhatsApp group.
We met the Uber family in the park already.
Yes, they showed us the
Cinderella
the
suite.
Cinderella suite, and we've got a video about the hotel now, especially made because we saw inside the suite and it was so beautiful we had to show it.
Thank you for that as well.
Yeah.
And becoming a patron of the channel has some benefits to it. For example, the WhatsApp community, where we share all the news about Efteling firsthand, even before it is in these kind of videos.
Definitely.
And of course you can subscribe to certain tiers where you get other benefits like drawings or goodies.
Yep.
Do you want to help us out, make more and better videos? Because they really help us out make better videos.
Absolutely.
Head over to patreon.com and become part of our community. We would love to welcome you there. And then over to Marenrijk.
You've got a second train.
Efteling has 3 trains,
Yeah.
and 2 of them were
Out of commission.
Because there were problems with the kettles. And of course Efteling already announced that they will electrify the trains. One of the trains is being electrified right now in England.
Yep.
But they brought back the second one just
repaired
because they repaired it. And
Why not earlier? But they.
because it took that long. They already planned to bring it back, but it took so long to...
Really?
Yeah, it did.
It's been gone for months.
For months, but it was a really expensive and a really major reparation to that one. So for this summer they are running with two trains, and that means that they don't have to close down the steam train anymore once per 5 days.
Only once per 5 days they run now with one train, but that's okay. It still runs, and the summer days are pretty quiet so far.
Especially in the evenings.
Yeah.
If you're visiting this summer after 4 or 5 p.m., the crowd levels really went down. And
dramatically, it's like the park is almost empty then.
Yeah, but I think that's also because almost all the entertainment for summer is all day long. So you can see it before 4 p.m. Only the Red-Nosed Boogie Band and Evening with Wolf.
Yeah.
But if you don't speak Dutch, Evening with Wolf isn't that interesting.
But also on the Max and Moritz Square.
Those are there from 4 p.m. and onwards.
Yeah.
So you can see it quite early on, and people go home and think they have seen the park completely. But those are hours you can do the most attractions.
Don't stand in line, and so if you come to Efteling in the coming months, do the morning and do the evening, and just take a siesta in the afternoon, because
or wander around in the Fairytale forest and try to do the rides in the early morning and in the evening.
With no waiting time at all. It's perfect, really.
And also in Maanrijk there is some merchandise update.
Yes, at Dreamflight they've got new plush dolls of fairies, really cute, with different skin tones as well, like in the attraction. I really like these ones.
They look really nice, and I think it's a good thing that they are adding the skin tones not only in the attraction but also in the souvenir range. That's nice, but also new shirts, and these really look like the old shirts they had last year.
Yeah, I thought they were the same.
I'm not sure if they made them come back because they were a success or that these are new, but there's one with an English sentence on it. Crazy about Efteling.
With line drawing of the House of the Five Senses. I like it. It's very basic, but it's a cool
just
shirt.
A black shirt with the House of the Five Senses with underneath Crazy about Efteling, but I think it's a good thing that the Efteling added English souvenirs as well.
English shirts, yes. I don't like, but that's nitty gritty and detail, but the line drawing is really modern and the font is really curly, and that's just doesn't really match in my opinion, but love that they're adding new shirts, definitely.
Then over to the Carousel Palace, because they did a complete renovation of the facade in the last month.
The last month. If you want to know everything, then look back our previous news updates and we show you every step they did. And it's cool that they've finished now. I think the statues are back.
The statues in front.
And the facades are completely renewed.
And a nice detail, if you have some spare time, in the hallway around the carousel, because they also added historical pictures of the carousel there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I like those details because there's nothing to do there. It's just a hallway between the front and the diorama.
And there's also an event location there, but that's closed for public.
So it has no main function, but now it's a small kind of museum. Because this is a really old carousel and it's nice to see such historical details.
Fun.
Then over to the Lavenlaar, because there's also some news there.
Yes, there's still no official news, but it's beyond a rumor now. There is an actual new lav spotted at Lavenlaar, and it's a first that they're adding to this part of the park.
Since opening in 1989, it was meant to become a new fairytale forest with new scenes once in a couple of years, but they had never done it before, and this will be the first time. Lurk and Limoenhuis will reopen, and the rumors are that there will be a Lime team with one animatronic, and we actually saw pictures and it's not really clear, but that the animatronic is in place, and we also saw people working inside and adding windows. I'm curious, when will the Efteling finally announce
it?
Because now it's just a renovation and there's nothing happening, but
it's just a churro stand. But not as impressive, of course, but
and that's a joke for people who know Universal in Orlando. They were building Velocicoaster, telling everyone, well, it's just a churro stand. I think this is the churro stand of Efteling. We'll reopen the bar. We're just doing a renewal of the outside of the building, but this is a new scene, and I'm really curious what it will be and when we will see the first impressions and when it will open, because I think this can't take that much longer.
Then over to Reizenrijk.
Because the summer beach is open.
We've made an entire video of all the summer entertainment and extra decorations and food and drinks in the park.
You find the link down in the description.
Yes, and it's fun. It's getting its feel more. Previous year, it was the first time we had a summer beach, so this is the second year with the summer beach.
And we see some improvement.
Yes.
Especially they added more food options. Because it was lacking on food options, there were only sweet treats to get there, and now there are some savory options as well.
Yep.
And it's fun because by daytime you can meet Piraña in her special summer outfit and see a Yoki and Yet show.
And in the evening, the Red-Nosed Boogie Boys.
Oh, and that's one of your favorites.
I like it because it has a fun summer feel. It's joyful.
They have a really good summer vibe in the show.
It's the same band as we have in the winter, and that's fun too. But all the songs are new, the outfit is new, and I like it.
They really have the summer vibe.
Yeah.
Over to Yoki's Wereld, the souvenir shop across the square, because they have new decorations there. Themed in the style of Carnival Festival, we see Yoki in several other Efteling outings. I like that they still add some touches to this shop, because when it opened it was meant to be a real Yoki and Yet shop and only had Yoki and Yet souvenirs, but really soon they also added other souvenirs to the shop.
It's really a children's shop now. You find a lot of things for smaller children there.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Quite fun. And also new at Reizenrijk are the new lampposts. And maybe this could been some follow-up, because we told about the lampposts in the park earlier on.
Yes, and we definitely see now new lampposts for each realm. Each part of Efteling has a different sign lamppost, and fun. They're really beautiful.
And what I think is special is these are in Reizenrijk, but they give me a real Dreamflight vibe.
Also new is a fun new vendor just outside of the summer beach, and it was there last week. I don't know if it's permanent or they're going to move it, it's just a test, but we saw them adding fruit options, which is really fun. So they've got the hand fruit at several places in the park, like apples and a banana, for €1.
You only pay €1 for, and that's I think the most cheap snack option.
Cheapest snack option, and they added now watermelon slices and the fruit skewer. The watermelon slice is €2. And the skewer is €3.75, I believe. With different kinds of fruits. So I love that.
And you can pay by cash and by card. Yeah. And I love to see Efteling add more of this vendor options and healthy food options.
Yeah.
Over to Ruigrijk.
The roller coaster area. Yes, Ruigrijk has a fun new element this summer. I'm not sure if it will stay there, but it's there for this summer. And it's a wheel with buckets on them, 4 buckets, and everybody pulls a rope. And one of the buckets contains water, and each time it differs which one.
Yep.
Really fun element.
The Efteling can use more water elements. Yeah. We see at Toverland what is one of the big pluses of Toverland is that they have so much water elements and water options and playgrounds. And I think it's a good thing that Efteling add more of those in the park. Then over to George and the Dragon, because the dragon is standing still again. Is she defeated?
I think so. It's the purpose, of course, of George and the Dragon, but it's pretty soon again after she's been made whole. Yeah, she's never been completely whole, because in the first year she spit fire, she really had big head movements, and it was diminished now already.
She's standing still again. The Efteling promised.
It's been a few weeks only. She has worked on a few weeks.
Yeah, and then we now only see some eye movement, and we hear her roar, but nothing more than that.
It's still a beautiful sight with the smoke, with the eggs.
And the Efteling promised to repair it on a short notice, but let's see how long it takes. I think this will be standing still for a couple of months before we see some movement coming back to her.
Then over to Station the East, they've got some new elements there.
In front of the entrance you had those long benches where you could sit down, but they weren't that convenient, because if you had some food you have to put it beside you. And now they added some small tables. And I think this is really smart because the terrace of Station East is crowded. It's hard to find some seating.
It's still the most popular place in the park.
Yeah.
Also, it's food and beverages because not everybody rides a roller coaster, so a lot of people sitting down there. And yeah, they've got new seats as well and new tables.
Yeah. Also new is that there are new cups in the Efteling. Well, actually new cups.
Basically the same cup, but they have an additional charge on them now. A return fee of 25 cents, which is a lot.
Because a plastic bottle is only 15 cents and the cup is 25 cents. You really have to return them really fast because if they are out of shape.
Yeah, we had them in our bags like a couple of hours and they were completely bent out of shape and we couldn't return them anymore. Of course, you could return them at the cash register, but we had to stand in line.
She took our cups, gave us new ones to put in the machine and demolished them. I don't like this system.
No, not at all. At Walibi and other European parks, they've got plastic cups.
And you pay €1 or your €1.50 deposit.
Yes, and they've got a print on them, so you can bring them home as well as a souvenir, or you can return them and get your money back. It is plastic. This is paper. Yeah, I don't know what's better for the environment, but
I'm quite sure those plastic ones because it's hard plastic and they can wash them out and reuse them. And at Walibi, I really considered to keep the cup because it was a print with Untamed, and Untamed was celebrating its 5th birthday. And I really considered, well, will I use this cup again at home? And I almost took one home, and I think most people do at such parks and think this is a nice souvenir, a cheap souvenir. Efteling, please consider to do the same. Make hard cups with a nice Efteling print, change it every year, make it a collectible item, and just charge €1.50 extra. Then over to Anderrijk, because there is a lot to tell about the Piraña.
Yes, we thought we were complete in our video when Piraña opened with all new effects, but they are adding new ones.
Yes.
I think they're done now, but
I'm not sure because as I see what they all added in 1 month, and I like the new effect in the ride. When you just past the water spinning statues, the first ones, you have a speed up and they added a mist effect there and it gives a real mysterious vibe. You can't see what's coming up.
Yeah, I love it too. It's really good. And they're also adding new things in the shop. There's a new element in the facility corner. There's a rain curtain. And there's also a new statue in the shop.
And rain curtain in Mexican is cascada. And that's the name of the shop. So actually this rain curtain, this waterfall, is the name of the shop. But also we finally see a Piraña at Piraña.
Yes, the first one ever.
They added a new element at the shop and it looks like a fountain that spits up water. It's not really water. And on top you see a piranha and I like these details.
Oh, and it's a really cool piranha. I like the design of it. Yeah.
I do. But they also added so many new souvenirs. There are now mugs, magnets, keychains. And also new is when you purchase a photo pass and you at the photo of Piraña, there is a small attraction video there.
Ah, that is nice.
It's not like the one at Baron where you see yourself move, but it's more generic, moving frame around your own picture. But I like Efteling experimenting with these kinds of interactive elements because that makes the photo pass worth its money.
Definitely, yeah. Then over to Danse Macabre, because there is a lot to mention there. There is a new making of, and we
made a video about it.
We made a video about it, but also there are new real footage of the inside. Because we got a lot of sneak peeks from the inside in the last months, but there's real footage now from the inside.
Made by the Efteling.
Yes.
And it looks marvelous. But if you want to see that, head over to our special video we made about this making of video.
And we have an openings date, and it's the 31st of October.
Halloween.
And there are rumors, a lot of rumors, of course we love rumors, but nothing confirmed yet, of a Halloween event. Maybe just for annual pass holders, maybe just for premium pass holders, maybe just on the 31st, we have no clue.
I would love to see Efteling do something for Halloween, and I think they can do it with a real Efteling vibe, not too scary, and especially Huiverwoud is suitable for such an event.
the complete Efteling is so suitable for a very cool, not too scary but creepy Halloween event. And it would be massively popular if they're going to do this, because Halloween is popular in the Netherlands, especially in theme parks. And they can really do it in their own way, you give it their own vibe.
But they don't need the crowds that in that time of year, because it's always really busy at Efteling those times because of the discount tickets issued by Albert Heijn.
But they're not open late, so they can do this as a special in the evening.
And hard ticketed event in the evening? Oh, that would be nice. I assume, and I'm guessing here, but I guess this will be a test, the first year a test for some of the annual pass holders.
Maybe.
But I really would love to see what Efteling can do with Halloween. Would you love to see Halloween in the park? Let us know down in the comments. We would
love to hear from you.
Love to speculate.
Would you go?
Would you go, and what would you love to see Efteling do for Halloween?
Yeah. And of course, the 31st of October, the openings date. They're starting tests in September with staff. We know this, that is confirmed. And we're guessing that there also will be annual pass holder previews, because they've done so for all the latest attractions. And
it's a safe bet to say that there will be annual pass previews, and I guess those will be for plus and premium members. I'm not sure what they will do with the classics.
Maybe it's the first time they've got tiers as well with the new opening. So of course they have always done this, because otherwise every annual pass holder will be there on opening dates, and the park will be sold out. So they do this to spread crowds, and I think it's a safe bet they will do this for Danse Macabre as well, because they still need to spread out the crowds.
For sure. Heading over to in the Zwarte Kat, because we saw that most of the refrigerators were quite empty the last couple of weeks.
Yep.
And we now heard that is because there will be a new range of products coming up in the Zwarte Kat. The healthy options that were there weren't that popular.
No. It was all pre-packed, and if you want a salad, there are also fresh salads, of course, in the park. So I get it.
I think that the new range will also contain healthy options, because, of course, also there Efteling wants to offer a wide range of snacks and unhealthy snacks. There are a lot in the park, but we're not sure what the new range will be. But as soon as it arrives, we will share it in our upcoming news updates.
Yep. And news of the Charlatans.
Oh, for sure.
Yes, the Charlatans still have the same show. It's the last show before the attraction opens, because they discovered the entire area. They tell us that. So the show is still the same, but they add smoke effects to Esmeralda in one of the two shows, where she tells us beware for the unnameable evil. They play the Danse Macabre by accident, and when they do, smoke comes out of the Baron organ.
I think this is a great addition, because many people didn't understand what was going on and what was the problem, and now when Danse Macabre plays, smoke comes out.
Really extra, something's wrong here.
I like these kind of effects in Esmeralda.
Yeah.
A cool new addition to the show.
Yep.
And I'm already looking forward to the new shows. What will the Charlatans become, and what will be their complete backstory?
They can do so much with these characters. That's gonna be lovely. Yeah.
And over to the world of Efteling, because of course there are also things going on outside of the park.
Yep. Villa Pardoes, we haven't made a video about Villa Pardoes yet, but it's the foundation that's affiliated with Efteling. It's just outside the park, and it's a holiday home for severely ill children and the families. It's been around a long time, and they've got a new logo now.
Yeah, I don't know what to think about this logo. I was a fan of the old one with Pardoes in it, and now it's really snail themed. It's very playful.
The house is a snail, and there's a whole theme there. We've had a tour once long ago, and it's really a very good foundation. They do very special things for people who normally can't play because of their illness, and they really have a week that's completely worry-free there. What do I think about logos, new logos? Yeah. I'm usually not that big a fan to spend money on those kind of things, but
no, I think
the old logo looked a bit outdated, but they could have kept on to that one easily, just
updating the font and or so. But okay, they did it. and I hope that it will stay this way. If you want to help Villa Produce out, you can also donate your deposit of your bottles and your cans by dropping
And your
them.
new cups, yeah.
The cups you have to return to the machines.
But you can donate there as well.
Yep, and the cups and of the cans and the bottles you can also throw in the special containers around the park.
It's a really good charity.
Over to another park, because we promised to also showcase some of the news about other parks.
Because there's never enough to make an entire video, because usually one or two items maybe of one park.
Let's start at Toverland, because Toverland celebrates the 20th birthday of Booster Bike, and they now sell the wheels of Booster Bike as well. They did the same with Troy, and that was a huge hit. I think it made a lot of cash for the park.
Yeah.
And they now do the same with the Booster
Bikes.
Bike.
If you like it, then you need to get someone in the park to buy it for you, or go to the park yourself, of course.
Those sell out really quickly.
Yes, yes.
Over to Hellendoorn, because Avonturenpark Hellendoorn also had a new show.
A new dive show in the park.
They also already had a dive show in the park, but they renewed it.
Yeah.
And it's now in line with the story of the new attraction, because they now have Ridderstrijd.
Finally.
After a couple of years of building, it's a second-handed roller coaster, but they opened Ridderstrijd.
Second-handed and not that special, just a Crazy Mouse. Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's open. Thank God for that. And they've got a new, it's basically a themed area, because they've got another roller coaster with the Slain Dragon. The Ridderstrijd is the knights that slay the dragon, and the dive show is now in theme with that.
And the disco coaster was also in the same theme, because that was the Dragon's Nest with the eggs.
Yeah.
And I think it's nice that Hellendoorn thinks in themed areas as well.
Yep.
Of course, in their own way, in their own level.
Yeah.
Don't expect it in the same way as Efteling.
No,
But
if you like Duinrail, if you're a fan of Duinrail, you love Hellendoorn.
Yep. And that rounds up this month's news update.
Again, a long one.
Of course, if you like this video, don't forget to give a thumbs up. And we made a special video about Baron, over 20 minutes with the complete backstory and all details in Baron. Make sure to subscribe to our channel. And if you want to help us out, of course you can become a patron of our channel.
We'd love to welcome you, yes.
Head over to patreon.com/Dutch Theme Park Network, or take a peek in our web shop at dutchthemeparknetwork.com/shop, where you can find a lot of theme park inspired merchandise. We hope to see you in the next one. See ya!